Grand Rising, neutral Grand Rising. Good evening, good day, depending on where you are. I reintroduce myself. My name is Reefy.
What them call me, Reefy. But that's for the friends and that's for the family. One thing about me would have be free energy. Number there, how with the knowledge, numerology, astrology. May pay attention to all the synchronicity. Anything that I me, anything that I me. The most I tell me say, this is for me legacy, this is for me mission, and this is for me legacy. It come in and me drop. It come in and me dropping on the twin flame journey. It come in and me dropping on the twin flame journey. It come in and me want me making one a man. God listen to the true me have, na envy. God listen to the true me have, na envy. Ludi, blackjack, that's a womaness. Me live me life like oh me play chess, but I am who I am, nothing more, nothing less. Empress, upcoming high priestess. Okay.
That's just a song I freestyled. Not even with the intention or for the intentions for my first channel, Empress Earth Wisdom 1111. I'm also come to understand now, those freestyles that I have up and that I've got in a folder is more so downloads. Definitely downloads to energies that I shimmer through or have shimmered through in life or coming into. I recognize that at this point. I created this channel after having several visions since starting that last channel. Several visions. Few stick out to me more than some in regards to my channel. Like for an example, one of the visions that stand out for me was the visions of flies. A vision of flies literally swamping. I ignored it and I kept on observing. Ignored and kept on observing. Until of recently I've been doing DIY renovations to my home in preparations for a new business. And I was going hard, I was going all out to the point it was creating a burnout feeling or a potential burnout feeling. And I kept on feeling the energy of stop. And I wasn't stopping, I was just going. I was doing videos, I was doing recordings, I was doing works within my home, works outside my home, I was doing everything. Plus I was being mum. Yeah. So I was doing some gardening on this particular day and I dropped the spade, and of all places for the spade to hit, it hit right on my ankle. Ow. Yeah. And it forced me to stop, and I did so. For at least 2 days I stopped. I was out for longer than that, but for 2 days I stopped, did nothing. And the visions and the downloads and the memories and all of this and references back to certain readings that I've done just kept flying in. It was literally just flying in. And it was beginning to make sense. It was like the pieces of a puzzle being put together. It was literally coming in fast and it was making sense to me fast. So the last recent vision I had is of a swamp of flies as I was sitting at my computer table. A swamp of flies, just like the previous vision, but this time the flies had faces. Some faces I recognized. And within the flies I noticed a massive moth, which instantly brought me back to a memory of a couple of years ago of a massive moth. Like my kids, me, everybody within the home was literally attacked by this massive moth. Yeah, it brought me back to then. Then it brought me back to a reading I did, a karmic reading I did on my other channel. Twin flame, twin fly, who that a fly? What a shame. Karmic spills all, I think it was titled. And believe me, a lot came out within that reading in regards to the energies that I was picking up with the other messages that I'd recorded. So it was all beginning to make sense to me. This particular vision came with a smell, a very specific damp smell, as if you'd been in a shed or a damp cupboard or something. It weren't good. And the face highlighted to me like illumination of illusion, to say. An illusion. Let's not even get into it, but it directed me to creating another channel. I told myself Satan is a liar. This is some of the write-up I did. I told myself Satan is a liar. The vibration that you put out is sure to come back towards you in some way, shape or form. I don't believe nothing is a mistake, and everything I believe happens for a reason. Everything that vibrates in our life is in hopes to push us to where it is that we need to be on this journey. People, places and things. It's part of the reason I started this new channel, guided directly by my angels and my ancestors. I started my last channel at a kind of slip road of my journey, kind of slipped off. Low vibration attracted a low vibrational energy. Called out for the karmics to show their face. Karmic, show your face. And do not make me dry you out like a shoes lace. Me want to teach you something new and this is a new age race. Karmic, show your face. Be very careful of the words that you speak. And believe me, I meant what I wrote and sang, even expanded on it since, to slowly understand the exact power my thoughts, words and actions have, and the direct repercussions of thoughts, regardless of where the intentions may be coming from. For me, that song was triggered by anger over the harm and ill intentions of a child. These 2 years have been another experience on so many levels, lifelong lessons being expanded on, leveled up on my earthly wisdom, seeing people, places and things for who, what and why they are the way they are. My first channel was no mistake. It brought forward to me in such a synchronous way the karmic energy that I need to shift within me and around me. Empress Earth Wisdom 111 is very much a part of my journey, was guided to and from, to create balance. You know you best, I know me best. What works for you and what don't. What's too heavy on your practical side of life and what needs work on your spiritual side. Carried on to write because I'm still seeking, observing, learning on this spiritual journey of healing from my own perception. I went down in one energy, an energy of acceptance, I guess, of an ending that further triggered me into the sea, where I discovered the who, what and why through great energies that I came across virtually, that put meaning to the way of life, the way how I thought, my own thought process. I found other like-minded people that think just like me and was able to explain themselves, which in turn helped me because I'm not a speaker. This is the reason why the Most High, literally, my spirit team literally had to kick and drag me onto YouTube, because I'm not a speaker. I'm not one to, I'm not a center of attention kind of a person. But whilst I got here and on my way here, I realized that this is for me mission and this is for me quest. It took me one for come up here and share for me stress, but the most I tell me say this is for me quest, this is for me mission and this is for me quest. You understand? Survival, thinking survival made sense. I branched away from particular energies that helped me decipher at those times because I no longer resonated. One or two I keep close to me. I keep very close to me. They're forever in my list that I refer back to when needing to. some great who I would forever give thanks to. Throughout those levels, those years, they kept me motivated, clued up, sane even. But on the other side, I seen what I would say salt looking like sugar. From my perception. From my perception, I seen some salt that looks like sugar. For many years, I've always known the way I work and figure out the coping mechanism. I'm like a jigsaw. Matter of fact, I named myself Jigsaw some 15 plus years ago, because I used to tell myself people try to work me out, people try to pre me, but they never can. I'm just hard to figure out, I guess, but it works for me. Cat kind of style, divinely guided, always following the highest energy within me, that survival energy. Like I said, tough life, things ain't been so smooth, but I've always seemed to figure myself out of it through divine guidance. I fully understand what it means to have this empathic gift, the ability to read someone, some things, or somewhere's energy. Life has taught me, and is still continuing to teach me, especially since coming into the tarot world. 2 years now, almost a year on YouTube. I further learned that not everyone is like you, no matter how you may resonate. And I get it, I do. Life is our greatest teacher. Just pay attention. Don't allow fear of being alone keep you to ungrounded energies. The Most High did not create us to be alone. That's a choice. That's a lifestyle. Like I said, another part of my song was Ludi, Blackjack, that's a womaness. Me live me life like how me play chess, but I am who I am, nothing more, nothing less. Empress, upcoming high priestess, alchemist. Me not guess me are the best, me no could even do the rest. YouTube, Insta, me not come fi impress. I the truth, me I the seek, me not the seek, nothing less. Empress, you understand? So I wrote onto this, carried on writing onto this, Blackjack. Even with the worst hand, I told myself I can still win. I even love when I have to pick up X, Y, and Z amount of cards. I love to challenge myself with my choices, having to rectify poor decisions out of fear what another may have in their hands. Ludi, Blackjack, that's a womaness. Me live me life like how me play chess, but I am who I am, nothing more, nothing less. Art of war. Or is it the war of art? Art of war. I was living a life of war. Just felt it, observed it. In time, the Most High revealed it, one by one. And when I mean it being energy. One thing I have decided to continue doing, carrying over from my last channel or from my other channel to this channel, are my seasons that I've been doing in regards to past life and current life, karma, and what it is that we're needing to break that chain from. You know, one thing I definitely wanna keep tapping into are those readings which are in my playlist. 1 to 5 is there, and this reading that I'm gonna be doing now will be the first season, or sorry, season 1 for season 1, series 1 for season 6. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to jump into that one after this introduction. I use my, I call them my fairy tale deck. I don't actually know the name of them, but I use these which give a reference to the readings of some kind of fairy tale, mystical kind of energy. I've got season 1, which was, this is a family affair, Holy Trinity, Father, Mother and Child. Then there was the Exodus, which was in reference around the Moses, reference around abandonment, orphan energy. Then there was season 3, I believe, with No Need to Wonder. That was around the Little Mermaid energy. I can't remember actually season 3 what it was around. But then we had Little Red Riding Hood, which was titled The Little Warrior. of Little Red Riding Hood, or the little warrioress of Little Red Riding Hood. And then the last season was all about the healing of the little matchstick girl and what knowledge and wisdom was gained at the bottom of the sea. So that was giving me reference to that 555 is all about the change. You know, so something was shifting within this healing process, which so was leading me on to the eclipse energies, that ending of whatever that past trauma may have been that had major influence within the little matchstick girl's energy, those who resonate with that season, or with all of the seasons really. So this now for me is season 6. I need to change this date. Season 6 would have been all around the balance. I feel like it's the balance. If I go intuitively of how I'm feeling and how these seasons are going about, this for me is about guidance, balance, inner balance, in some way, shape or form. But I will see as the cards come out. I've also created some of my own decks. I've got 3 here, which are my original ones. I've also got a video in the playlist. It's I think it's the one that says it's a scripture from my Bible, and another one that says say it frank like granny, mean what you say like granddad, and as real as any. That's the name of those 3 decks. I haven't separated them or anything yet. I kind of use them all together, but when I get to that point, that's what it will be. And also I've got a few songs that I've written. Like I said, I have them in a folder, and I put them onto this deck, which is a recent one. So there's a few in there that's blank, which I'll take out. But this one's called From Shadow to Dark, or From Shadow to Light, sorry. From Shadow to Light, which is my music. I call it my music oracle, because at least 90% of them are lyrics from the songs that I have. So it'll be interesting to use those as well. So yeah, and I definitely do ancestor and angel readings. I do the twin flame readings also. And what I've decided I'm going to do is any karmic readings that I'm led to do, I will do on Empress Earth Wisdom 111. As I noticed that there's a lot of that energy on that channel. That's the readings that get the highest viewings on that channel. So, you know, everyone's in need of healing, I guess. But I just don't no longer feel comfortable working with that channel and the energies that I've been attracted to my channel. You know, I pay attention to the most smallest details, to all of it. So when I say karmic, show your fierce, and I see who shows their face, you know, I'm very observant, highly observant. I call myself an unqualified psychiatrist, inspector. Like I see things, I feel things intuitively. I never had much understanding of it, like years coming up to this point, but now I do. And what I've learned to do through my last experience is never to doubt myself. Never to doubt myself. There's no smoke without fire, they say. And within that smoke, and I observed, I saw all I needed to see in regards to the ill intentions towards you know, towards me, my channel, my spiritual growth, all of that. So I hope, you know, you can share, like, comment even. I love to interact, you know, to see whether I'm connecting with anybody out there. You know, you can inbox me through my Facebook. There's a link also, I can also add in the description. which will bring you to my Intuitive Wisdom page on Facebook, and I've also got an Empress Earth Wisdom page where I do a lot of free readings, and I've got a lot of reviews in there in regards to the readings I've done over the last 2 years prior to coming onto YouTube. Just trying to think if there's anything else. There probably is, but it will come up, I guess, during my messages on the channel and whatnot. But this is something I've definitely been divinely guided to do. I love to read. I love to connect with the energies that I connect to, you know, because I recognize that we're all part of the same cluster, the same spiritual team. There's a song I've got out there saying, this is about you and this is about me. We have to raise the consciousness of the peony. Judge who, judge me, judge you. You understand? Like, this is about us all as a collective, as a community, to raise the consciousness of the next generation. I strongly believe that. So any small part that I can do in regards to that, that's what I've been led to do. Firstly, inwardly, within my own home, and then expand outwardly to a community, a society, a collective, you know, as my song says. But like I said, subscribe, like, share, comment. Hopefully we can grow this channel, and I can grow with the channel, because like I said, I'm learning too. I'm going through this whole healing process along the way. I just realized that I found courage in situations that I don't know where I found the courage from, you know? Divinely guided, always following the highest energy within. It coming like me dropping from the twin flame journey. It coming like him want me make you know na man na mad me. Go listen to the true me have no envy. Go listen to the true me have no envy. Luby, blackjack. Yeah, I love to write music. I didn't even know I was musical until I just became musical, you know? I don't sing, because I can't sing. I put rhymes together and I project it in the way that I feel it, hear it within. My passion is writing my thoughts, my feelings, my observations. Since I was 14, I said I was going to write a book. I wrote that book 5 years ago, handwritten. A few months ago, I typed it up and I sent it off to a publisher with the intentions to publish the book. The direction I want to go with it now, I'm not too sure, but it's definitely something I'm looking to publish and put out, because I definitely feel like my story is a story that can help others. It's definitely, my own stories help me. When I look back and see what it is that I've overcome, it's definitely helped me now to never doubt myself, you know, have more trust within myself where I never had that trust. And if I can help somebody else reach that same level of trust within themselves, believe me, then it will all be worth it. In my last station, I kind of was always guided, always kind of felt inwardly that even if it's one person that watches the video, then that was enough for me. You understand? Because it's that one person that I'm connecting to that's needing the guidance that I can share with them, how I've overcome particular situations. You know, there's something that we can project from, because I realize me helping somebody through the readings that I've already done has also helped myself. So this is an infinite energy right here. This is a give and take situation. This is an energy of growth, expansion, enlightenment, inner standing, wisdom and knowledge, and applying it to life. So I hope you all have a good day, and have a look out, keep an eye out, sub, press the bell, and keep out for these readings that's coming up. I'm in a reading mode right now, so I know it's going to be literally one reading after the next, especially with this eclipse energy that we're coming into in Gemini. So yeah, I'm definitely in that excited energy of what's to come. This is a new for me. This is a whole new energy, new vibration, and I'm interested because I know there's greatness to come.